Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Very fun video for you guys here. Today marks the start of the Zurich Classic down in New Orleans at TPC Louisiana. Very fun event. If you don't know about it, it is one of the few team events that PGA has to offer. So a nice little break from the normal stroke play events that you're accustomed to. And it's run in two different types of game modes. So there's the first match, which day one and I believe day three sees 4-ball, and then on days 2 and 4 I believe it's foursome. So I figured, you know what, let's hop on EA Sports PGA Tour and have our own little 2-part mini series event of our own Zurich Classic. Now, one thing I must point out, as you can see on the screen, while the game offers 30 beautiful courses, it unfortunately does not have TPC Louisiana. So I figured, you know what, I'm going to go through the list of courses and just see which one we can pick that kind of offers a similar feel. And the one that I decided on was another TPC course, which is TPC Southwind up in Memphis, Tennessee. It's about a 5-hour drive from TPC Louisiana. It's the closest course I could find on the map. So we're going to play this one out. Not quite the same feel as the Zurich Classic in real life, but it's the best we got. So one thing I must point out is it's a two-team event. We're going to have the same 2 teams for both parts. And we actually have both of the PGA professionals that the Reining tournament leaders are. So that is Patrick Cantlay and Xander Schauffele. They are the reigning defending champions at this event in real life. So they're going to come into our virtual fantasy world and see if they can't win this 2-part event. And I've kind of handpicked a couple golfers that I think might offer them a bit of a challenge on the other side. So you'll see that in just a moment once we select this here. So we are going to do all 18 holes. We're going to do 4-ball to start, and then part 2 will be a foursome. So again, let's kick it off. I'm going to play as my boy Xander Schauffele. He is one of my favorite golfers out there. I love watching his game. So I'm going to control him. And on the AI side for team number 1, we're going to have obviously Patrick Cantlay. So we got a very, very colorful team there. Green shirt on Patrick Cantlay and the nice floral, whatever you want to call that, orange shirt on Xander. Now, team 2 is exciting because there's not a ton of PGA professionals in this game, so I had to kind of come up with something that wouldn't take, obviously the best golfers, but would also offer a bit of a challenge and just a fun dynamic to this other group. So for myself, I'm going to go down the list a little bit, but I'm actually going to play as Jordan Spieth. Obviously a very talented golfer. He is a little bit rated lower, so he's 88, so he is below both the other teams. But I think controlling him, I should have an okay. I love his game. I love his tempo. I think we're okay there. For Jordan's teammate, for the CPU player, I'm gonna pick the one and only, the resurgence in his game, Jason Day. The man is showing great comeback here in the last couple, I would say last 2 seasons. He found his game late last year and he's been playing exceptional this year. Played really well at the Masters. Didn't have the best finish, but a lot of guys didn't either. But there you have it. This is our 2 teams for the mini Zurich Classic that we're having here, obviously at TPC Southwind instead of Louisiana. But we're going to do this. It's going to be a 2-part event, so make sure you stay tuned for part 2. Part 1 is kicking it off with 4-ball, and then part 2 will be foursome. So here we go. Let's start it off. We're actually going to change the wind just to be a little bit... do we want to change the wind? Yeah, let's change the wind on round 1. We're going to have a little bit of a gustier day. It's not going to be bad. Let's just do maybe 4 to 7, kind of offer a little bit of a different feel going into round 1. And we're just going to see which team. Again, Xander Schauffele, Patrick Cantlay seemed to find that magic last year, and they're hoping to go into the real Zurich Classic and put that chemistry back on display and retain their title there. So we're going to see if they can do it in our little virtual world. But I got a feeling that if we play it right, Jordan and Jason can pull off the double J team chemistry and maybe snag one back from them. But everybody buckle in. This is going to be a fun 2-part event. I love making these team-based events, and I'm glad that the game offers at least offline game modes that you can do some of this. Obviously, online is struggling a little bit with the types of game modes you can do, but this should be a lot of fun. So buckle in. We obviously got honors here with team number 1. The defenders are they're gonna kind of show the double J team what it is. So I'm gonna play a little bit smarter. Let Patrick rip at it if he wants, but it's not that long of a fairway. Dogleg left. So I'm gonna take out a 3-wood and just pipe one down there. So let's kick off the Zurich Classic. So a bit of an underswing there, bit of a fast tempo, so maybe a little bit of jitters, but it is going to be smack down the middle of the fairway. Quite a long ways down there. Not a lot of rollouts, so it might be playing a little bit soft, but 273 yards. Good shot there. Let's see what Patrick can do, our teammate. So if you haven't watched the Zurich Classic in real golf, I would really recommend it. It is a really fun event that's been around for quite a while now. There was obviously the year or two where it was canceled because of COVID. As you see Patrick take a driver, but he took 10.4% out of it and kind of finds the right side of the first cut. So he rolled through the fairway. But it's a really fun event. I really do feel like they've added a lot of fun elements to the event. You know, obviously when the team wins, they get those like almost like wrestling belts. But a good swing there from Jordan as well. So he has a much different tempo than Xander. So going back and forth between the two is going to be interesting. But I'll tell you what, both my players are about, I don't know, 10 yards apart. So pretty good start here for me. We'll see. What I've noticed in this game is playing alongside AI, they tend to start slow and then really ramp it up towards the end. So we'll see if Jason and Patrick, as he too takes a 3-wood, but he has flared that one well out to the right. So kind of following Patrick, but just on a little different route to find the rough. But yeah, I love team play. It's something that obviously when Liv was kind of getting talked about, and that was one thing that I think during that player meeting you saw a lot of people wanting more team events, wanting bigger payouts and fun events, and I think the PGA is starting to implement those, and maybe that's a good thing because of Liv. As you see Jason Day leave that one well short, so a little thick rough kind of stumped him on that one, but it is a very fun event is what I'm trying to say. If you haven't watched it, at least watch the highlights. There's, I mean, anything, and you go back as you see Patrick Cantlay, he looks like he's throwing an absolute dart here, lands soft, and he has a birdie putt upcoming, so
that's a good shot.
It is a very fun event. Here we go. Back to the game here. Enough talking. Let's put our game on the line. Xander Schauffele with a 9-iron. It's way back there. Wind into our face. It's pretty perfect tempo. It did look like it shot out a little left. It did. So, ooh, maybe not enough club here. So definitely with that wind, it felt like I could get that 9-iron back there, but just held up, kind of ballooned up in the top of the air. Here we go, Jordan, same club, but he's a little bit further up, so I'm actually not going to club up. I think this is still the right club for Jordan. Let's see if we can't put one in there close. That one's ballooning a little bit right, but it's way back there. It needs to sit hard. Ooh, so too much club this time. Maybe the fast tempo of 3.3% kind of just propelled that a little bit quicker out there. But so far, the best chance is Patrick Cantlay, and that's just a bad effort by Jason Day. That is an AI mistake. Now he's going to be relying on Jordan, so let's see if I can't. I'm going to club down a bit here, trying to generate a tiny bit of spin coming out of this thick rough. See if we can't stop this close to the flag, because we're going to need a par here. Again, playing 4-ball. We're playing our own balls. Go in the hole. Ooh, so Jordan we almost were able to make a birdie out of that rough, but that should be a pretty makeable putt. Now you see Xander way up the hill. It doesn't look like it's got a ton of movement, but it is going over a tiny ridge, so I'm going to play it a tiny bit right to left. And speed is just the most important thing here. Get it up that hill. Okay, so quite a bit more right to left than I gave it credit for, but we still have Patrick there about 15 feet from the flagstick. Maybe make a birdie on one here. Yeah, I love making these little events. Like I said, they offer a really good selection of different game modes, Jason just hasn't found it, but a bunch of like nice little games that you can play offline. Again, I'm hoping that they kind of fine-tune their online experience just a little bit, because it feels like it's lacking, but nonetheless, we're able to do these little mini events. The Zurich Classic, different course, obviously. I wish they had TPC Louisiana, but Patrick leaves that one on the amateur side, and he has a tap-in par for Team 1. Jason Day here for a bogey, so he's got to find... Come on, Jason. I mean, we talked you up. I feel like your game is there, but maybe the AI just hasn't figured you out just yet. It's a bogey. We have a chance with Jordan to get a par. Here we go. Jordan Spieth to get his team back on track with a par. And he does just that, so good par putt. Even through one. Same thing here for Xander. And then if we get this in, Patrick can pick up his ball marker and we can move to hole number 2. Must say, I'm a big fan of colorful shirts. That is a very lovely shirt that Xander has on there. Here we go. Par 4. Team 1 still has honors.
Maybe you take
See, this is another scary one where I don't think I'm actually going to club up to a driver. I feel like that's a risky play with how narrow that fairway is. I think it's going to be difficult for me to go between two different tempoed golfers. They've really nailed the tempo of some of these PGA athletes, and it is very difficult going shot for shot with them and trying to match their tempo. So we'll figure that one out. Might take a little bit, but match play, get in the fairway. No, I was going to say maybe it opens up the opportunity for Patrick to just let one rip down there, but he's also clubbed down a 3-wood, and he's absolutely piped this one out there. So really good, pretty far back there. He took a little bit more power off than I think he needed to, but yeah, he has a 116, so a full wedge swing into the green. Patrick is safe. We have Jason Day coming up. I might, since I feel like he is also going to lay up with a 3-wood, I think I'm going to take a rip with Jordan. I know it's a different strategy between the two golfers, but now seeing what Patrick Cantlay did, I feel like Jason Day is going to do the same thing. And if that just hangs on, it might go into the first cut. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with a first cut shot. Now we have a 61-yard wedge shot into this green at 2. So, yeah, as expected, you see Jason Day also club down. Let's see if he can get his game on track early here. Perfect tempo, but he's bled this one out to the left. I think it should be okay, yeah. So, really good swing there. He must have clubbed down a couple times. That may have been a 5-wood. So that's quite far behind both Patrick and Xander there. So Jason has honors here.
Coming up, and we say hello to Iona Steven.
Yes, it's 126 yards.
Has a good rip at it. Looks like it's okay distance-wise. It's still a little right, but he does have a putt for birdie. So unlike hole 1 where he couldn't find the green in regulation, he's aboard and dancing. So we'll see. Now Patrick, obviously playing much faster than he plays in real life. That is obviously a big topic of discussion. As you see, he kind of followed Jason Day out to the right there. It's just slow play on the PGA Tour right now, and unfortunately this man is kind of at the center of the entire conversation. But hopefully the PGA starts doing something about it, because it is definitely a little frustrating to see, and players are complaining about it. But nonetheless, that doesn't matter. It's not in this game. Xander, big wedge shot, full swing. Yeah, Xander's got a different tempo than I'm used to. It almost feels like it's really, really slow.
That's not too bad. Good shot.
But yep, great shot there. Still birdie putt. And let's see what we can do with Jordan. So Jordan's got a pitch shot.
So now from that first
I think we can actually flop one in there. A long flop shot, let it land soft. Not the best contact, but I think we're going to get away with it. Yeah, excellent shot by Jordan there. Wow, faster than I thought too. I mean, that did come in at a lower trajectory, even for a flop shot, elevated green. Let's see what the AI. Maybe the AI can sink a couple birdie putts, and we can just pick up and go to the next hole.
In golf, there's not a lot to it. I think you can take dead aim.
Tell you what, that's a really good putt. Just left it on the right side. Great putt there by Patrick. Let's see if Jason, can do the same thing. He's aimed a little bit more out left, so maybe got the read off that ball. I don't think it's going to break that much, so he misread that one too. It's a pretty straight putt. So they got the hole surrounded there. Now it's up to me to see if we can't drop a couple birdies. So slightly up the hill, right to left. We saw their balls not move a lot. So we're not going to, I think we're just going to play right at that ball marker. See if we can't funnel it in there up the hill. And a great putt by Xander Schauffele. Absolutely electric.
It is in for a birdie.
And now we got to make a similar putt. Same thing, up the hill. Slightly different angle, but I still think it's going to turn, so we're going to play slightly inside that ball marker. See if we can't match that for Jordan Spieth's team. Yep, we curled it right in there. So a couple birdies by me. Both teams are now under par. And let's see if we can keep the momentum going.
Up next, the first of only 2 par 5s at TPC Southwind. 554
there you go.
Third hole.
Par 5, third. Yeah, it's an interesting tee shot because you obviously don't want to roll it into that water. But I think since the wind isn't quite with us, I think we can stop it short. It has been playing a little softer, so we're going to take a big boy drive here. Bit better tempo, still a little quick. But that is right down the middle, actually going to the right side, so we might have a tricky second shot in from this angle. especially if it rolls to that first cut. So while we're a long way down there, that might call for a bit of a layup to the center of the green. I'm not quite sure we can attack the flagstick from there. Wow. So Patrick's taking a lot off these. He seems to be playing this as a 3-shot hole. That's going to bleed out into the rough. So maybe a bit of a mistake there by Patrick Cantlay. He's been playing good up until this point, but we're going to try and play this a little bit more around the corner with Jordan. So a big sweeping shot here. Yeah, got the tempo figured out for Jordan. Just about perfect on that one. And this is taking a very similar line to Xander's, but this should stay well inside the fairway. As I say that, the ball is rolling way more than the average conditions suggested, so he likes it. He's okay with it. Same thing. It's kind of bled through, and we'll have a difficult shot for Albatross to win the hole. I've never seen that in any game. From the tee box on a 562-yard Jason Day for an Albatross to win the hole. That's funny. Definitely not possible, especially not for this man. That's a great looking shot, though. Go. Go. Ah. Decent looking shot. Just kind of hung it out on the left side there. Didn't catch the wind as much as maybe he thought. Yeah, a little stumped on that one. So both AI kind of struggling early in this one. I'm actually a little bit surprised. Obviously, if you've been following the career mode, you notice that when we play with professionals on the last day, they're usually pretty energetic and pretty solid. As you see, Jason hoists this one way above that tree. Interesting tactic, but even that's going to be a pretty long way in for his third shot. 156, so got it through the tree. I don't see Patrick going for this. Yeah, he's aiming way to the left, probably club down. He'll take a hack at this and get this probably quite a bit farther down there. Yeah, as he sails by Jason Day's ball. So good shot there. Back in the fairway. Has a wedge into the green. And now, knowing that both of those guys are safe, I still think I bail out a little bit to the left. And if it happens to trickle back to the cup, that's probably safer than going over the water and miss-hitting it. And as I say that, this has got to go because I have mishit this ball.
Gotta be careful over there.
Sit. Nope, gone. So that is what I was afraid of. Unfortunately, I mishit it through that rough. We'll play point of entry just because we know our teammate is safe down there. But now, Jordan being a little bit farther up, we're going to aim even farther left and hopefully much better contact. A little fast, but this is so safe. In fact, too long, but dry. So if we're looking at advantages, it's really hard to tell because these guys can throw absolute darts. But in terms of my players, advantage Jordan Spieth. So first mistake I've made there. Like I said, I knew that was going to happen. And see Jason take... I'm not sure what the oh no is for. That's a really good looking shot. Just off the... Oh, we caught the slope though. Wow. If I'm... Oh, no. I actually can't believe that continued. Holy jumpins, no way. So, interesting development here. Course conditions said average in terms of everything. These are playing very fast. So, yeah, aiming way left, not making the same mistake that Jason Day just made. That's a really good shot for Patrick Cantlay, and we're going to need that because Xander also found the drink. So... now we got a very difficult shot. This calls for a flop shot. Get it up and over. Land it soft. Hopefully we get a par putt here. So he does just that if it sits. Yeah, we didn't catch the slope, so good recovery there. I think we're just going to call for a chip shot. Again, we're going to 56 degree, get a little bit of spin. We cannot kill this past the cup or it won't stop. Sit. Okay, that should be... I don't want to get cocky, but that should be a very makeable birdie putt. We go to Patrick. He has to make this to remain at all square through 3 holes.
This is pretty straight on.
It should try to turn. Wow, stayed absolutely straight on him. So now we got Jordan Spieth to win a hole and go up 1. So Missed shot by me, missed shot by Jason Day.
Frank, I think you have to
Jordan
appreciate
Spieth played
that.
it a little more
Kept his
safe.
head down, and
Yeah,
he
this
kept his head in
for
the
a
game and
par
was able
putt
to
should
get
be
out
pretty
of it
straight, a
with
little bit
bogey.
left to right
I've
up
been
the hill.
watching for a while, Rich, and I haven't seen touch that good for quite a
Good
while.
par, but a par
Nicely
I
done.
don't
It
think
is
is
a
gonna
par
tie the hole. So here we go, up the hill, very straight putt, tiny bit left to right. Jordan Spieth for the team that I drew up in my head
Good putt there.
has now gone up
Easy
one
bogey here at par 5.
and is headed to the 4th hole.
Heading now to
So
one
being
of the
match play,
most
obviously
picturesque
4
holes
balls, so
here
you
at
each play your own
TPC
ball, take the best
Southwind,
score.
196
It is still
yard
match play
par
at the end of the
3
day.
fourth.
That is very, very good start for this
Four
underrated
bunkers
team.
guarding the green. It's an
Here we go,
absolute
T-ball. Now we got to get a little creative here because the wind is starting to gust, 5 mile per hour now. Club down to a 7-iron, carry it onto the green and hope we can sit it. With how fast these greens are, that might be difficult, and I've absolutely crushed it with 3.2% fast again. So miss hit from Jordan. It lands soft. It's still on the fringe.
Certainly had
Not
enough
the worst
power,
shot, but
just didn't
definitely
have
could have
any
been
touch.
better. Let's see if Jason can throw something. He's been struggling early. Thankfully, I've been able to pick up a bit of the slack with Jordan as we see Jason Day contemplate what kind of shot he's going to do. Aiming way out to the right, so he might be doing a big slinging fade shot. That looks honestly okay. It's got to land soft, which I just don't think it will in these conditions. Yeah, just very hard to land a ball anywhere close to the pin. Now we got a similar thing with Xander, which I think I'm going to play a high draw and just see what happens. This is a big slinging shot from right to left, way up in the air. Hits it okay. The wind's going to take it.
Oh, that's trouble over there. That is short, and it is left, and it is into the pond in front of this 4th green.
I need to straight up apologize to team number 1 because I am playing absolutely atrocious with Xander Schauffele. But it is match play. There's a lot of holes. Oh no. He's done the exact same thing.
It is left, and it is
Did
into
he
the
not get a
pond in
read off
front
what
of
I
this
did?
4th
That
green.
was not the play, Patrick.
Okay, so now after the drop,
So
and the
advantage
penalty
to
stroke, this
Team
will become
Spieth.
his 3rd shot
Wow.
at par
He
3.
hit that so fast and just didn't even barely
Well,
cleared the
more things
water.
change, the more they
So
stay
the man who
same.
plays
After the
slow
chip from the
played
rough,
quickly
you have to get
and made a
up and
horrible
down
mistake.
for
This
double.
is now we're getting into some dramatics here. Basically needs to sink this to have any chance at tying this hole. It's a good stroke. It's gonna land as soft as it can. He's got that for a bogey. And I actually can't believe that we just watched 2 of the top-rated golfers, obviously one controlled by me with an idiotic play there, have his AI playing partner do the exact same thing and then barely clear the water on the comeback. So great chip. I mean, just play safe at this point. That to win the hole.
I think he'll be fairly pleased with
To
that,
go
Frank.
2
What do you
up.
think?
I certainly
So
do. It was
TPC,
so
I
good.
wanted to say Louisiana. TPC Southwind is seeming to beat up this first group, and that's also a horrible shot. Patrick Cantlay, who's a 90-something rated overall
Okay, that's
golfer,
out of the sand and onto the
is
green.
really
That's
not
gonna
come to
require
play
a good
at the
putt
Zurich
to
Classic
make
in our
sure it
in our
is
fantasy
only a
world
loss
setting.
of 2 strokes.
Now Jason Day could get this up and down too. I mean, we got 2 good looks at it from Team 2. It's a great chip as well. So 2 looks at that to win the cup is kind of mind-boggling on obviously a very difficult par 3. Can't stress how difficult that is. But a little surprising from Team Schauffele. That's a really good putt. That is a heck of a bogey. I think he made bogey? No, that's not even bogey. That's double because he didn't get it on the green. This is for bogey, which, again, at this point, I just don't even see how it's possible to win. But he does drain the bogey. It's a good putt. I guess you can take some momentum that they both one putt. But now Jordan Spieth to take a 2-up lead after a very difficult display of golfing from team number 1. So there you go. Jordan Spieth, Jason Day, up 2. So again, that was just absolutely horrible by me playing as Xander. That should never have happened. That was a garbage shot. But fully did not anticipate that our playing partner would do the actual same thing. So a little shocking there by the AI. Here we go. Jordan to rip one down the fairway. And I've come up well short on that backswing. Quick follow through. It is still good. Still find the fairway. He is I'm telling you, the tempo difference between these two golfers is really throwing me off. I'm trying to slow it down for one, and then I've slowed down too much with Xander, but then I need to keep the tempo. It's weird. It's weird playing as different professionals in the same match, but here you go. So clubbing down, I don't know where this boy is aiming. He is absolutely struggling out there. It's good, but it's only 250 yards down there, and now he's got 266. So whether his plan on these no, it's a par 4. This is a long par 4. So he's made a bit of a judgment error. Let's see if we can right the ship here with Xander, because again, we want to give both these guys the best opportunity to score. I'm not picking favorites. Again, Xander is one of my favorite golfers in the PGA. I picked the team of Spieth because I like both those guys, but that was not a good effort. He likes it. Cantlay, is he also going to club down? It'd be interesting to see if he does. I don't see. Yeah, so something about the AI on these bendy holes that they're just not comfortable taking the driver. So much better swing out of Patrick here on at least a better angle. So gets a little bit farther down there. Still very interesting that both these guys have been struggling with their irons. Decide to leave it way back. So 266 for Jason Day.
Into that stiff breeze.
Now, some of you guys might be thinking, what's the point of adding AI if they're going to perform poorly? All I can say to that is you guys got to watch my last couple events on the career mode to know that anything is possible with the AI. And I really do mean that. I've seen a 60 round and I've seen a 59 round coming out of the AI. So anything is actually possible. Unfortunately, through 5 holes, we just haven't seen the best out of either of them. That seems to be on a much better line. This could be really good depending on how soft it lands. So very weird that the fairways are so soft and the greens are so firm when everything said it was pretty much average. But nonetheless, I think we got to go with a 7 here from Xander. I might do a bit of a finesse shot so it lands a bit softer. If we land it on the green, it should release to the hole. So still a bit fast, but I took some off that. It should find the green. Go, go! Oh, I'm playing so poorly as him. He has such a different feel. It's no excuse, though. We got to dial it in. We're going to club down 1 because we are further up the fairway with Jordan. That one I've bled to the left by being a bit fast. So this should be on the green. Let's see how soft it lands. Okay, so this green coming out from that high angle is pretty soft. Only player to find the green from this entire grouping. Pretty crazy. You see Jason just all out of sorts. The guy does not have his best stuff today.
And we can all see that.
Yeah, not happy. I will say that Nike shirt is very interesting, but I do like it.
Really wasn't that difficult. It's a good chance to get it close.
Yeah, not the best effort from any of these AI, and not the best effort from Xander, to be completely honest with you. See if we can't get one up there close for at least a good tap in par. It's not bad. It did run out a little bit more than I was hoping for, but 4 feet for the par. See what Patrick can do. Pretty much the same shot here, just a little bit of a different angle. And he's left it a little short, but 2 good looks to make par. And now we go over to Jordan, who has a chance to make a birdie.
From this length, it would be a Brucey bonus to find the bottom of the cup. Main consideration has to be about pace.
I think it's going to try and turn a smidge to the left, maybe a cup. I can't see this turning that much. You heard Iona. Pace is everything. Oh, it turned a ball more than a cup. So great putt there. May have pushed it a little bit being fast. It's not really a gimme range for a par either. We'll see if Jason can putt this one in. Take a little bit of pressure off from Jordan having to make that. So just kind of a very mundane hole from all 4 guys here as Jason misses another putt. So I don't know what his individual scorecard's at. If he finished out all the holes, he's probably looking at a pretty bad scorecard. Probably 3 or 4 over already. Jordan.
Yeah, that's good putt.
It didn't try turning at all. Thankfully, we left it inside the cup where that could have blown blown past. But here we go. Another par here from Xander to tie up. They should not drop a hole here.
Yeah, well done.
So the hole gets pushed. And they're still in contention. I mean, they're still in this. It's not out of reach yet. We've only gone through 5 holes. They're only 2 back. Very, very interesting interesting round going here. I got to start cleaning it up with Xander. It's kind of how I feel like if you guys watch the Live versus PGA, one of those videos I just played so poorly with Brooks Koepka that I never gave Live really a chance. And now I almost feel like with how bad the AI are playing so far, that needs to sit. No way it rolls out nearly 60 yards. That's insane.
It's long.
But I need to start playing a bit better with Xander. I have to give these guys a legitimate fighting chance. Otherwise, day one is just going to fall away from us. But the AI still has a lot of golf left to turn this around. That is actually going to be a good drive. He took quite a bit of power off of it. Wow, he took way too much power off of it. Right angle. That would have been perfect.
Quite obviously off the
Jason
tree
Day
and
needs to
into
do
the
what
rough.
I need to do, and he needs to wake up. He is playing. I thought we were going to, picking him, we'd have a really good look. I'm going to club down because that ball just kept rolling. That's a pretty good drive there. We need Jason Day to absolutely snap out of this funk because he is just... Those are poor shots. That's not even like the AI is trying at this point. I've played bad with Xander, but at least I've made a legitimate effort to make a good shot. I can't even say that's a good shot. If you take 11% off your tee ball, it's not getting to the fairway. Or not at that angle. Whereas you look there and also 12.6% off his drive. But he's aimed it at a position where it catches the fairway and will release down there a good way. So, you know, I thought good and hard about who Jordan's teammate would be, and I was pretty convinced Jason Day would be at least a pretty fierce competitor. And so far, I can't believe we're 2 up is all I'm going to say. And still just... about as much as he can do being behind those trees, hoists it way up in the air again, finds himself 68 yards to the fairway, and putting all the pressure on me with Jordan to come up with a good score. This needs to go up the hill, so what we can take away from that is it's severely up the hill. He made pretty good contact with that ball right at the flag. I gotta say, this has not been an easy course. The wind, although we didn't choose very strong wind, has proven to be a bit more of a challenge than I think all of these guys, including myself, have thought. But here we go. This is where we need to start making something happen with Xander. Up the hill, 7-mile-per-hour wind helping us a little bit left to right, 54 degree, 54, shove it in the door. Take a tiny bit off because I think the wind's gonna help. Roll back, please. Come on, keep coming.
That's a good
not
shot.
bad, not bad. That first good wedge shot we probably hit with Xander. Now we're in the rough.
For his second here at the 6th.
This is a tough shot too. Wind seems to die down a little bit. That came out so fat, and it paid off. So I'm actually mind blown. That looks exactly like Jordan Spieth, by the way. We have not done a course review with Jordan Spieth up until this point, and I must say there's some wonky animations, some wonky visuals with some of the characters in this game. That looks a lot like Jordan Spieth. They got his smile down almost perfectly.
Okay, on the putting surface, but work to do.
I don't know. Jason Day must be thinking he's out with the boys and just having a couple beers, but he doesn't realize he's part of a Zurich Classic and he needs to step up. Right now, Jordan Spieth is playing absolutely perfect, but we don't know what tomorrow's going to hold. We don't know if I'm going to continue the good play, and Patrick also just hacking it around here. He's got a putt for par. This would be huge for his own momentum. Wow, just nothing going right for Jason. That's tough to watch. It really is.
Look here at birdie.
All right.
And a very makeable look.
Slightly
Not
down the
too much
hill.
Undulation at all. Maybe just a slight move to the right.
Yeah, I'm going to play a little more than a cup left to right down the hill. Good speed, and this should break back towards the cup. Dang, that was way faster than that graph indicated. That flew off the face of the putter. I putted the way I hit hit what I wanted to hit there, just a little bit faster and not the greatest effort. But
going to fall in love with that one, Frank. But
now we got Jordan Spieth up the hill, slightly right to left, to now go 3 up in this match. Who would have thought that Jordan comes out flying, who's also had a great year, I must say. Jordan has been around the top of the leaderboard in many tournaments. He obviously tied, or he came in second, was in a playoff match for the RBC Heritage, so almost retained his title. It was obviously a really good battle with Fitzpatrick there, and he was able to come away with the win. But Spieth put up a hell of a fight. That putt he made on 18 to even force the playoff was absolutely sensational. And now I've flared this one out to the left. There's room, get a good bounce. Oh, it tried to. So the wind really took that drive, but it's not in the worst spot.
Might be a tough shot coming up.
Come on, Jason, do something exciting. Show me why I picked you. I can't believe I'm 3 up. That just shows how well I'm playing with Jordan at the moment. But so you see Jason Day kind of contemplating 6 with the driver. Come on. He has flared this one to the right.
Starting a little bit right.
Not bad. Definitely, as crazy as that is to say, probably his best drive of the day. Still finds the rough, and he's 188 yards out. So we're going to start this one a little bit more left for Xander. The wind is pretty strong up there. Yeah, that one should be absolutely perfect. Pretty much lands it near where Spieth rolled out to, and should finish in the fairway here. So advantage finally to Team Schauffele, and he gives a little bit of a fist bump. Animations on him are pretty solid as well. Some are better than others. I gotta say the animations on DJ and Scotty Scheffler are a little jarring to say the least, but Patrick Cantlay obviously looking through his options, see if he can't make good contact with one. And similar to Jason Day, he makes good contact, still 11.6% off his balls. I don't understand why the AI is struggling to make full contact, but
and that one lands in the first
not
cut.
bad. It's going to be a long second shot in.
It'll be interesting to see how he reads this live.
So right now, it's kind of just a battle between myself, which is not something I'm used to seeing with AI, and I can confidently say that. I've seen really good performances, and right now, that's a pretty decent recovery shot. A really long way to the flag stick, but right now, it's just the AI seem to be struggling. Now, we've seen when Day's had some trouble in front of him, he's switched clubs and laid up. I can't see him doing that here. And if he does, I feel like it's a miss. He's probably just going to take a full swing whack at this. Hopefully fade it over those trees. Nah, he goes the same route. Okay, that's a pretty good shot. I gotta say, that's probably a little bit better than Patrick's. It's obviously going to be a very difficult putt as well. But he is inside Patrick. Very different angle. And now we gotta see. We do have a hack shot.
To the hole, looking to make up for that drop shot.
Here we go.
Birdie here.
Oh, I've overcooked it. Overswing fast. Yeah. Gonna land that ball right by Jason Day. So overcooked that one out of the rough. I wanted to make sure I could get it there, and I should not have tried overcooking it like that. So a little bit of a miss hit there. Xander's got a very good shot off the tee ball. Let's see if he can make a good swing with his wedge. That was a lag in the game or something, because there's no way I was 4.2% slow. That I pushed forward and my guy was still doing his back. So I think I don't want to blame the game on my own play, but I think that was actually a lag in the game, because there's no way that I pushed forward and my guy was still backswinging. So wow, what a putt. Beautiful putt by Patrick there. I can't believe that just happened. That is the weirdest thing I've felt in this game. So gotta make up for that now. I don't even know how that happened. Yeah, beautiful there. So Team Schauffele in there tight for some pars. And now, I mean, really it's just about legging this up close. I can't see either of these guys really dialing a putt in too much there. We will have a chance. This would be huge for Day if he can somehow drain this putt. And that did not move a lot, so we'll take that into our putt with Jordan Spieth. I can't see this moving, but at all. maybe a
it's a long
smidge.
putt, so pace is important, but there's not a whole lot to it. I fancy the chance.
Nah, I've pushed the putt right off the head. I've pushed the putt right off the head, so I still haven't really figured out these guys' tempo, and it's kind of costing me on some shot. Other than that last wedge shot with Xander, I have no idea how that happened. There we go. Good par putt.
Yep, well done. That's in for par here.
So it looks like we're going to have another half hole, because even if I somehow miss this, I can't see Patrick missing that 1-footer. But we got the job done. Score remains the same. Team Xander still has some life. It's still possible. 8th hole, par 3. And anything can happen on par 3. I mean, you're talking about potential 2-shot swings depending on how each team plays. But here we go. Thinking 8-iron is the perfect club here. Going into the wind, it is slightly downhill. But the way... It's really hard to read the greens. I feel like they're fast for putting, but are landing soft? I don't even know. And I've bled this one slightly to the right as well. So just slight mishits now all of a sudden. That would have been absolutely perfect if I landed that. But yeah, sorry there, Jordan. I just kind of mishit that one. You see Jason Day aim a little bit out to the left. He hit perfect tempo, but he has also flared this one to the right. But I think it's going to get past the bunker, yeah. Oh, man, even when he makes perfect contact, he is just mishitting it, either pushing it or pulling it. So power's perfect and just can't seem to figure it out. So now with Xander... I'm gonna change my approach for him because they are behind in this match. Aim for the center of the green. I've kind of tugged this one to the left, but it should be okay. Yeah, okay shot there. So the only man to find the green is obviously an advantage. We'll see if Patrick can do the same. Okay, this one looks to be a really good tee-ball. This one could be really close for the man. It could roll back. Oh, wow. So great shot there. 14 feet. Closest, best shot Patrick's hit all day. So maybe the AI, at least Patrick, is starting to rev it up a little bit because I'm definitely not playing well with Xander. As you see, Jason, can't really see it, but he is still not on the green. Oh, Jason Day, what have you been? You are just out of all sorts. Now, I do see some putt beads moving left to right. However, putting beads tend to be off in this game. There is a patch coming. It does look like it's going a little left to right. Go in the hole, please. Oh! Oh, misread it a bit. A little too fast, too. I mean, up the hill putt. Now we got this difficult bunker shot from Jordan. Anywhere inside like 5 feet is an excellent shot. 10 feet is better. Okay, well, with the gold pick shot, Jordan absolutely perfectly hits that, and he will have a very makeable par. So again, somehow 3 up in this match. He has put Jason Day on his back, wearing him like an absolute backpack. Because this guy is just playing horrible. I gotta say it. I'm disappointed that Jason Day did not show up to this match.
Certainly, definitely hoping to try and get inside.
And now, Patrick Cantlay, see if he can't drain a birdie putt. He's looking way out to the left, but he is coming from that other angle. Turn in for the bird. Oh my word! To get one back on Team Spieth, and he just can't seem to do it. So this is for a bogey. I'm not quite sure we're watching this one. I guess anything can happen with my putt. That coin is 1 ball roll away from a birdie and getting this match back to 2 down. We got Xander. I guess we'll make a couple pars here from my controlled players. 1, and Spieth should also be able to tap his in. So we're starting to see some halved holes. The match is now going to hole 9 with 3-up advantage for Jason Day and Jordan Spieth. We might be starting to find a little bit of rhythm with Xander Schauffele. Again, he has a much different tempo than Spieth, so very difficult to get both these guys dialed in at the same time. This is a tough tee shot, man. I think I got to go 3-wood. So slow with Spieth there now, so I'm just back and forth, just getting the tempo of these poor guys wrong. But again, first cut won't have a bad lie into this green. 162 yards is probably a little bit farther than I was hoping for, but I want to say Jason Day showed me something, but at this point it's just a prayer, because okay, a straight ball Might be good that he took 10.5% off because of how close that water comes in.
They call that position.
Okay.
That's gonna
Hey,
be right down
Jason
the
Day
middle.
showed us something. It isn't perfect, but it's something. Good tee-ball there. I might try and pick this corner. This kind of seems stupid. I'm going to take a little bit off of it. But being down in the match, something's got to start giving for these guys.
Right.
Oh my gosh, I hit an absolute perfect. If it stops, please stop. Please stop. Oh, thank God. Okay. That is a great shot, though. I can't believe that just rolled out 50 yards after landing it in the rough, but we're down there with like 60 yards to the flagstick and an opportunity to try and put one close. As you see, that's not going to get there. 11.3% off his. Oh, gosh. That is horrible by Patrick Cantlay.
Wayward from the tee.
So he's also not feeling it. He looks a little bit miserable out there.
So he may need to
I don't know what he's
choke up
going
on
to do
this one
here.
as he
I think
gets
he's just
set
going
for his
to chip
second.
it out. That's a really aggressive swing. I don't know why you go up into that tree, but he got it out. That's a very, very... With what I've seen in this game,
Well, I
the
know
AI
maybe
is
talk,
very questionable in this
but
match.
there's not really much to
Here we
say
go.
about
Jordan
that.
Spieth, a
Best
little
to
ways
just
out
move
there.
on to the next shot.
What do we got? A pretty good line in the first cut. I can't really club down. So going from that 9 to the 48 is very difficult here. I think we'll just try and finesse a 9-iron and just sit it near the flag. Again, I can't guarantee this is going to stop. I've hit it very weird, but that should be okay. Slow. Very slow with Jordan all of a sudden. Okay, more than okay. Absolutely sensational shot. So they're coming for you, Xander. Jordan Spieth is absolutely feeling it. Yeah, absolutely beautiful shot there.
Second from the
See what
fairway.
can Jason
got
Day
just a
answer.
hair
He's
under
flared this out to the
140
right
yards to the front,
again.
158 to the
That's
hole,
such
and
perfect
sitting in the
distance, and he
back
just
left
keeps
portion of the green.
mishitting it. He's on the green. He's putting. He's got a chance.
I'm looking at the flag, and I don't see the ball by the flag.
So we watch Patrick Cantlay now with his third. Tell you that's a pretty good recovery shot. Yeah, absolutely. He's gonna give me a read there though. Absolutely, pretty
So
good
no real
third
problem
shot
with
there.
the lie. It's his second from that first cut.
Oh boy. This is a tricky golf shot here, ladies and gentlemen. The stance is a little weird. The ball flight's gonna be affected by it. I've finally hit a perfect tempo. Oh, this could be really juicy. Oh my word, and we finally have a great shot. Beautiful shot finally made by Xander Schauffele. That tee shot paid off. Obviously, Jordan Spieth is in there pretty tight as well, but that should be a guaranteed birdie. That puts a bit more pressure on me to make that putt. But first, we got Jason Day, who seems to read the break pretty good. That's a really good putt, and that should be a tap in par to at least get his scorecard back on track. Now Patrick Cantlay to at least secure par for his team. How does that not drop?
I mean, it's just
Oh my word. All right, well, we saw that was dead straight. I gotta tell you, Jordan Spieth is having an absolute mammoth round here for his team. And now we have to make this putt, which we should. So unfortunately, Xander Schauffele makes an absolutely miraculous shot out of that first cut. And it's all for not for nothing. It's to half the hole. But you would think if you stick a dart to a foot for birdie, that's a pretty good chance to win the hole. But I'm just playing some really exceptional golf with Jordan Spieth right now. And we've had another half hole. So definitely can't take driver here. No risk of running it into that water. So still very slow, but I kind of overcompensated that with the backswing. Yeah, beautiful shot. I'm playing. I'm having a lot of fun with Jordan Spieth. I haven't quite figured out his tempo, but I really like his swing. Again, tempo's been a big topic of discussion during this game. I got to tell you guys, if you just be patient and learn to play the slower tempo, it is a lot of fun to see the difference in different golfers. So similar to what he's done all day, he's taken quite a bit off that one, but I gotta tell you, that's 2 for 2 right down the middle with Jason Day. Is it perfect power? No, but that is beautiful shot. So that was a good tee shot, a good, pretty okay approach into the second there, and then a really good putt by Jason Day to make a par, and now he's just absolutely dialed one in there. So there we go. We figured out Xander's tempo. That's twice we've been within 0.1, 0.2 of being perfect, and he should cozy this up right next to Jordan Spieth. So
Another wonderful
the
tee
difference
shot.
between my two players right now is 5 yards, just 2 yards. Very, very little. There we go. Patrick Cantlay, who's kind of sluggishly kind of just plotted his way around this course as he also clubs down. He gets perfect power on that one. It's trying to carve around that corner. And he might have the longest tee ball here, depending on how this rolls out. So all four players, as we make the turn on this beautiful golf course, obviously not TPC Louisiana, got to keep saying that, have found the fairway and have really good chances to all make birdie here. Let's see if they can finally piece it together. Jason with a perfect tempo again. Little long, but I gotta tell you what, he is getting closer and closer to finding that game. He has another birdie putt here. Now Patrick, a little bit different angle. I think he still drove it the farthest. It's just a bit of a different angle. And he has flared this one dead left. So
just on the front edge.
Does it get a kick back onto the green? Oh, just on it. Not bad. Probably a little bit more left than he was hoping for. And let's see what we can do. Pretty much identical shots here. Let's see if we can't stick two shots really close together. That needs to go. I can't believe I've left this one a bit. Oh, it's actually similar to Patrick's. Turned out better than I thought it was in the air. Just a little slow. Oh, gosh. I think with how everybody else has ended up, I can get there with a 48 degree. Second guessing myself, but I think I can do it. I'll put a little extra power on it. Come on. Oh my gosh, that's 3 almost identical shots there. Jason Day is the only one that actually found the putting surface. We should be able to all putt these, but here we go. Patrick Cantlay to see if he can drop a birdie putt. He's been putting okay and left a bunch on the lip.
Yes, got the speed perfect there from off the
How
green.
does that one drip in?
And as a result, it's
Okay,
in for
pressure
birdie.
is now onto Team Spieth because we do not even need to putt as Schauffele now. That's incredible. That was a beautiful putt. And let's see if...
Oh, and a shot in the arm there to start the second.
And
round.
as I
It's
call
in
it,
for par
we
here
make
at
it to the
10.
back 9, and the AI does start to heat up. So that is back-to-back birdies for both teams to half the hole. So nobody batting an eye here. The only problem for Team Schauffele is we got off to a very hot start with Jordan Spieth, and we are still 3 up at the 11th now. So a couple difficult holes. It's not over yet. You can't count out Schauffele yet. Oh, I flared this one too much to the right, but I think, actually, did I? Go in the hole. I did not, with how I hit that ball, underswing and too much power, I really did not expect to do that. Beautiful shot. I mean, why slow down? I mean, like I said, I played poorly with Xander at the beginning, but we've been pouring on birdies from everybody. There's no reason why I should ever change my strategy because one team's winning, one team's not. Another...
Okay.
He's not laser beaming these into the flagstick, but Jason Day is trying to help out where he can. And now, similar shot here. We got to see if we can cozy in a shot similar to Jordan's. Just give ourselves another birdie putt. Very, very similar swing. Almost identical. And this should be absolutely perfect. Go in. Woo-wee! Well... It took a while for me to wake up with this team, but that right there is for 3 straight birdies from both teams to kickstart the back 9. That's insane, and that's another great shot. We are dialed in here, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody's starting to feel the crowd. They're starting to get warmed up. Is it too late for Schauffele and
This really is all about visualization.
Patrick
You've got to see
Cantlay,
the line
who
in
knows?
your head, pick out
Another
the spot,
putt here.
maybe a foot and a half
Does he
above
do
the
it
base of
again?
that.
He leaves it a smidge short. Pretty good read, I'm not going to lie.
They can't all go in.
Probably need a little bit more break control on that.
Outside look here.
Let's see if Cantlay can't sneak one in. I mean, again, Spieth is in there for 4 or 5 feet. It's going to be tough to shake his nerves. But this will add another foot to that putt. And Patrick, in the last 5 holes, has either left it on the lip or dripped it in. I have not had to putt as Xander, which is crazy because I've put so many close shots. Back up the hill, slightly right to left. This should be pretty routine for Jordan Spieth at this point in the tournament. It'll be really interesting to see their scorecards after this round because these are some low rounds we're starting to shoot. Insane plays. I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, there's so much water on this course that one flayed tee shot could cost the entire tournament for either teams. Well, maybe not one. Again, we're 3 down with Team Xander. But we are just going to keep absolutely riding this hot play of Jordan Spieth because there's no reason to stop here. Perfect tempo. Finally dialed it in. Beautiful shot here as we just clear the water. Should roll out to center, left side of the green. Or, sorry, fairway. Beautiful tee ball. This is a lot of fun. I hope you guys... this is going to set up for a very exciting day, too. So there's going to be another part coming to this series. And I'm hoping that the Zurich Classic is going to have some dramatics in the real PGA as well, because it is a fun tournament. Again, very different course. I wish we had Louisiana to actually put our game to the true test, but I don't know what Jason Day is seeing out there or what him and his caddy have drawn up, but these are very, very weird plays to have such a lengthy shot. Again, 142 doesn't sound lengthy, but when you can cut that corner and add 10% more power to every single one of these shots to have a wedge in, he just must not, whether he's just not comfortable with that shot and he just doesn't have the wedge game in him today. And we get perfect tempo with Xander. So absolutely found both of these golfers' swings. Oh, this is, I mean, we're absolutely neck and neck again. This is fun right now. But we are running out of holes with this team. That's the only thing that's going to slow them down. And you see Patrick is going to do the exact same thing, but he clubs down, so it should be a full swing, just about a full swing with the 3-wood. He'll sail this one past Jason, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So good tee ball there. Takes a little bit more room off. He should have about a 120 shot in, 126. So they'll get the honors, but this is off to an absolute banging start. The 4-ball did not disappoint. It took a while for me to get going with Xander, and it took a while for the AI to heat up, but they've done pretty well up into this point, as you see. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of, just flaring one from that far back. You have to be so specific with that shot being the flag right up in the front. A weird choice by Jason, but still not a bad shot. As you see, I don't even know where Patrick's looking on this one. That seems like an overly conservative shot. And now that's going to be nearly impossible to drain it. But he has made some good putts up to this point. So about, I don't even know what that was, like 60 feet.
So after the big drive, this a short approach to the par.
All right, Jordan, you've had absolute dialed game up to this point. Oh, I've killed it a little bit too hard. But the wind should help us. I don't think at this point, with how well I'm playing as Jordan Spieth, even with how well I've started playing as Xander, I actually don't think there's any way, as you see the wind pick up now for Xander, I actually don't think there's any way that I can compete with myself to take holes away. As you see, this needs to go. Oh boy. Oh no, that wind totally screwed over Xander Schauffele there. This might be all but done in a hole or two. So this now for Patrick to hopefully make a birdie putt. Another one, as this looks right at the pin. No way! His putting is immaculate right now. If he gave himself closer looks, he is making everything out there. Not really your best effort there, Jason. So he's kind of thrown himself out of this hole, but wow, I can't believe that. And now we need to drain this chip just to have a chance of tying the hole. Go! Oh, it needed to be a little bit harder. So unfortunately,
This is a 13
once
footer.
again, a little bit of unlucky circumstances where the wind picks up from 4 miles to 7 miles. Good putt there from Jason. But 7 mile per hour winds on that pitch shot. Tried to use the 60, which was the same club that we used with Jordan, and Xander gets absolutely punished and ends up just off the green. And now Jordan Spieth is wanting this tournament wrapped up here quickly. He wants the one-day lead. So I must say, if somehow there's no decision after the end of 2 days, so say we win with Jordan Spieth here, and then Team Schauffele wins on day 2, we will have something like a 9-hole or a maybe even a 3-hole playoff with these guys to seal the deal. Somebody's got to win it, and we won't settle for a tie. That's not how the Zurich Classic is ever decided. But still so much golf to be played. But right now, I mean, this man looks absolutely unstoppable. We found Jordan's game a little bit faster than Xander's. We ran away with it. I got to give credit to how well Team Schauffele's been playing, but it's just not quite enough to match the intensity that this team, 4 up at 13th. If they win this hole, it's Dormy. If they don't win this hole and Xander doesn't win it, they're Dormy in 2 holes. So there's still lots to decide. But with, what, 6 holes remaining, they got to start doing something. That's a great drive by Jason. We're going to do the same line here with Xander. Oop, that's a bad backswing. We'll reset. Pretty much the same exact line as Jordan Spieth. Little slow. I'm actually surprised that hung up, but kick back in. That should be okay. I'm not disappointed that it ended up in the sand. We should still have a good line. Should be able to generate some spin off that, but see if Patrick can't find his game. His putting has been probably the best of the group, considering where he is on every single shot. But he just can't seem to find any sort of rhythm in his whatever coding is deciding his shots, as you see him take 12% off. So maybe they're trying to find a distance that works for them. 183 is just so hard to stick anything close. We'll see what he can do. Ladies and gentlemen, 4 down in the match. Team Xander Schauffele and Patrick Cantlay have a heartbeat moment to jar one here for Eagle. It looks like it's just gonna come up short. An absolute missile. An absolute missile. Dialed into the max. 8 inches for Patrick Cantlay after I say 183 might be hard to stick one close. So they now have an absolute tap-in for a birdie. I can't believe that didn't drop. What a beautiful, beautiful display of golfing there from Patrick Cantlay. And gives his team a chance. As you see, Jason Day leaves that one out to the left a little bit. I can't believe we just saw that. I really wish that dropped for him. That would have been really exciting, because this is not an easy shot. As you see, I don't even know what kind of stance that is. Xander's going to hurt his legs here, but we're going to take a rip at this and hope we just get good contact. Pretty good contact. This looks okay. More than okay. They're all over the flag stick. Xander loves it with that really goofy smile. And now the wind has picked up for Jordan. This is a difficult shot. We're going to have to fly it past the flag stick, let the wind ride it down. He's been good up into this point, ladies and gentlemen. I think this is probably going to be really good again. I mean, how do you stop the man? After Patrick Cantlay absolutely floats a dart from 185 yards out, Jordan is just making everything look easy. And I mean, you can't even say he's gotten lucky.
A whole lot of movement to it. He could surely use it.
Nicely done.
Well, that's just mean at this point. That's just unnecessary from the AI to absolutely drain a 30-foot long bomb after Jordan makes a great shot into there. But par from Xander.
Well, here we are at 14 in this.
But no, that was a birdie.
Par 3. It's 230.
I don't know what they're talking about par. They're all. I think the commentators' matchup, like match plays, is a little mistaken because they keep saying that the team. Yeah, it's just not accurate because they say the team has, you know, one down when they, or like a bogey to drop a shot when their teammate didn't. So this is where things get extremely interesting. We have a very long down the hill par 3 with wind hurting us right to left. With how fast everything's playing, I think this is the first time I'm going to decide not to be overly aggressive with Jordan because they are 4 up. They can play a little bit more conservative. They've got holes to work with. And there's, okay, well that for some reason jumped way out left, but it is going to be safe. There's no reason why I have to drill an absolute dart in there or try to make a birdie when we got four up to play with. As I think you'll see Jason Day probably do a similar approach. He's hit it a little bit more on a straight line. Looks like to be a really good shot, actually. So Jason Day has woken up, ladies and gentlemen. He's drained some absolute long bombs. He's put the ball where he needs to, and he has himself another 15-footer for a birdie. So we're going to have to get aggressive here with Schauffele. We have to. This has to find the dance floor deep. Come on. Be the right club. Land soft. Land soft for the man. How does that ball roll out farther than Jason Day's?
Sitting up in the short grass.
It's an opportunity. It's you can make that shot. It's at least at the right part of the hole. As you see, this is a risky play. He's hit it well. It's just left. I think if he aimed that at the hole, it had a better chance as he'll find the bunker. So a little too aggressive from both guys. They know they got to make something happen. They are down to the absolute last few holes here.
Is pretty darn good.
As it decides if this is my shot or the AI, which we know it's my shot, so we just got to wait until it figures out. But ladies and gentlemen, what a fun tournament this has been so far. A mini series here on the channel, as you see from 75 feet. I'll tell you what, if this drains, Jordan Spieth, Jason Day have found themselves a win with an absolute dagger to Team Schauffele's hopes, because this is way back there. It seems to be good pace. It's a little bit low, so that would have been absolutely heartbreaking if he somehow drained that. But I'll tell you what, this might be one of the better rounds I've played in this game. Jordan Spieth, I knew we could find some momentum. That's a really bad effort by Patrick. So, unfortunately, the difference in the two teams right now is I found magic with Jordan earlier, and I struggle with Xander. So, again, the scorecards are going to show two very different 9s for Xander, whereas it's going to show absolutely beautiful play. And it's going to be interesting to see the scorecards from both teams. But pending any major failures, it appears like Team Spieth will get the first day win and go up 1-0 in this 2-day event, hoping to seal the deal tomorrow. If they do, and they come out victorious, they will win the virtual Fantasy Zurich Classic. But there is still lots of golf to be played here. It is not over till it's over. As you see, Xander right in the heart, but just a little bit short on that one. I did not want to blow it past the hole. That's very dangerous territory if you get down that slope. That says birdie to win the match. So here you go, ladies and gentlemen. Putting has been good, but as long as Xander makes that putt, we are extended at least one more hole. They will go dormy. Team Spieth. This for a bogey, so his shot's pretty much out of this hole. Not really important. What's important right now is if I make this, Xander has to make that down the hill putt to extend the match. So the pressure now on Xander Schauffele with 3-foot putt, but it's pretty much dead straight down the hill. And nerves of steel, he will continue the match. So being down 3 early, now 4 down, they have done their best to match the torrent pace that Jordan Spieth set, and we are now into hole 15. Do or die. Xander and his teammate have to win. They have to win this hole to continue the match.
And then that approach shot Well, you're coming over
Driver's
a
not an
creek.
option
You can see
here,
all
as you
those
see the
blocks
fairway
flying
cut
again.
in really
This is a hole
quickly.
that demands
Beautiful swing
clear
there by
thinking
Jordan. Why would he
and
stop? As you see
active
those
play.
beautiful houses off in the distance. I must say there's some monster houses
will
out
do
on
just
this
fine.
course. Would be a fun course to play out in Memphis. So not quite Louisiana, but beautiful property nonetheless. See if Jason does his typical driver swing, taking about 10% off. 6% off. So this has legs on it, ladies and gentlemen. Gets it through the tree. Gets it a fair way down there. It landed way softer than I thought it might. But in an okay position. I would say we need to do something crazy here, but we definitely don't. We need to just try and make birdie and hope that that's enough. But again, just with the scorecard's going to look pretty damn good for Jordan Spieth. So great shot there by Xander. Does what he needs to do off the tee box. Now Patrick needs to do the same thing to give them 2 good looks. With what Cantlay did on that par 4, having the heartbeat moment, it is possible for these AI to do it. That's hanging a little bit more right. He didn't really try and turn that ball over. And yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't even get a kick to the left. So
that ball nestles down in the
yeah,
rough.
not a great
Just
look.
gotta work
Patrick
a little
will
bit on
have
that tee
the
ball.
first shot here.
See what he can do with this one. His second at the 15th. Just want to avoid the flyer lie. coming
Pretty
out of
good
that rough.
shot, but it's bleeding a little left. Has the pace. That would have been absolutely perfect. But he's given himself a chance at birdie. And again,
It's a solid shot
right
in
now, that
green
is
and
what they
regulation,
need.
but a little away
Jason
from
Day
the
now.
bank.
Now this Iona
He
from
has
just
come
off the
alive. He
fairway.
played so poorly through 9 holes.
125 yards left
And he has
to
been
the hole.
absolutely lights
Heading
out. And
back
another
right so he can take
really
an
good
aggressive
shot
line.
here by Jason Day, who has turned his game from being completely
Good shot.
useless to actually
Safely
putting
on
up
the
some
green
good
for
shots
birdie
and making
chance.
some putts.
A back right hole
But
location
I got to
as
be
he gets
honest,
set for his second to
realistically,
the par 4.
54 is too much club, but I don't think 60 is enough. Think we got to finesse a 54. This is the shot that matters. This has to get close. And I mishit it majorly.
And we'll have to see here. It looked like that ball hopped from the light.
I don't know what I was doing there, guys. That was...
Good break got him here.
That kind of
Now
just
his
shows you
second to the par
where my
4.
play was. I started coming around here with Xander, and I just absolutely mishit that ball. I can't believe I panicked. I actually panicked. Knowing that shot needed to be good, I actually panicked and made a horrible error.
This one
And now
was
the
on
hopes
point.
ride on if Patrick Cantlay can somehow...
Well, I don't have my take
I mean,
measure out, but
let's be
looks
realistic
like
here.
about
I
6,
did not
7
play
feet
good
in the air.
with
That
Xander
is an
Schauffele, at least not good
excellent
enough to win. But I really did not have a ton of help from Patrick when I needed it, when I was playing bad. And Jordan has just played some of the best golf I've played on this game. So realistically, even if those couple of those holes went a bit better, to say that it would have been enough is really hard to say because, again, I'm not lying when I say this is some of the best golf I've played in this game, and it just happened to be on Jordan Spieth. So, and you might be saying, well, if you're playing that good in a round, why can you play that good with Xander? This game, I'm not lying when I say, as he just does not get that ball to turn over, and now Jordan Spieth and Jason Day have a chance to win the match. But what I was saying is, it is really apparent they made it very different between golfers. The tempo is already slow. We all know that. They did a really good job changing the tempo between golfers. So Jason Day is rolling out the red carpet for Jordan Spieth to get this job done. Again, par is not even enough for Team Xander to win here. This is for a bogey, so his score doesn't matter at this point. Let's see if he can just do it to try and get some momentum with putting going into day 2. Beautiful putt, so he is happy in terms of making that putt. But ladies and gentlemen, this is birdie to absolutely dominate day 1 here at Zurich Classic. And he does just that. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Your day 1 winners, the unsung heroes of Jordan Spieth and Jason Day. And there is 5 up through 15th. They have won the day. You can see just from hole 3, they absolutely dominated. It was tied in terms of holes 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 before Jordan Spieth was able to get that 4 up, and then they were able to seal it on hole 5. So unfortunately, we can't see the individual scorecards, it looks like, but I gotta think with how many birdies, that was looking at 8, 9 under par for Jordan Spieth. And that is absolutely a fantastic way to start this mini series. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this first part. There is going to be at least one more. If somehow Xander Schauffele and Patrick Cantlay can pull off the win, we will have a 3 to 5 hole playoff, something like that. But right now, Jordan Spieth looks to be in absolute dominant form. Jason Day looks to be coming around, and we'll see tomorrow if they can pull it off and get the win here and defeat the reigning champions at our Fantasy Zurich Classic. So once again, guys, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll catch you back in the next one.